613 Faye Productions, the Man Cave Sports Podcast, proudly presents to you Sucka Sh, hosted by yours truly, Double J, Jae Jones.
Man, that's some old Sucka Sh. Hey, what up, everybody? It's your boy Jae Jones from the Man Cave Sports Podcast, and welcome back to another episode of Sucka Sh. Again, with me, your cool, calm, and collective host, Jae Jones. Now, we at week 3. We moving along. I want to thank and appreciate everybody for going to support the first 2 episodes. So shout out to y'all. Y'all can find me. Y'all can find me on my social medias, Jae Jones on all four social media platforms. That's Twitter, IG, Facebook, TikTok. You can find me along with my homies, Wildcard Mar, G Money, Mike T, on the Man Cave Sports Podcast on Saturdays on 613 Faye Productions on YouTube, 613 Faye on Apple and Spotify. Make sure y'all check out my sisters, the Facts Crew, on Fridays. Make sure y'all check them out. Make sure on Sundays y'all check out my brothers in the Four Corners of Wrestling, Bows Up, Quads Down. And y'all make sure y'all check out. We got some more content coming y'all way. We got my man Mike T got his Hollywood Mike T rant session. So y'all make sure after y'all check this out, y'all check out my man Hollywood. And then make sure y'all check out my man Mar. He got something for y'all too coming up. That's dropping this Saturday too. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all check out my brothers in the Four Corners of Wrestling. They got the My GM on WW2K23. So y'all definitely tap into that on Mondays. If you like video games and you like wrestling, tap in Mondays on 613 Faye Production on YouTube at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now that we got all the drops and where y'all can find us at, y'all go ahead, click subscribe, like, and share. But let's go ahead. Let's get into these Sucker of the Week nominees, because, oh boy, it's something. We got some on deck for y'all. So, first up, Hall of Fame quarterback or potential Hall of Fame quarterback, Ben Rothlisberger. Ben Rothlisberger, earlier this week, he had Kenny Pickett, current Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, on his podcast, and he was talking to Kenny, and he admitted some things. He admitted to Kenny Pickett that he was actually hating on Kenny Pickett, and he didn't want him to succeed right away. And Big Ben's reason for wanting him not to succeed is because he basically just said he didn't want people to basically forget about him. Now, Big Ben, my problem with this is, big homie, you've been in the league forever, right? And you got top 10 stats in basically NFL passing yards and NFL touchdowns and NFL passer ratings. You're like top 10 in all those statistical categories. Not only that, you got 2 Super Bowls and 6 Pro Bowl appearances. So I'm just confused on why you would hate on an incoming rookie, Kenny Pickett. Cause why hate on him? Why not help him? Why not help him succeed? But hey, again, y'all ain't gotta take my word for it. Y'all can just listen right here and see what Ben had to say himself.
Say this, but I mean, who cares at this point? I wouldn't say that I wanted Kenny to necessarily fail, but like, you know, when someone comes to replace you, you're like, you know, I still feel like I had it. Like, I hope he doesn't come like ball out, because then it's like Ben who, right? Right. But honestly, I think as you started playing, and like I found myself rooting more and more for you. So I feel bad, and I know I came on this show and said that I forget how I said it, but I like apologized to you for not knowing how good he was going to be. Yeah. Like, I just didn't know. I had no idea. I thought you'd be a quarterback that was good, that was going to come in. I think you're the future of this team. I really do. And it's been fun watching you. I enjoy texting you after games, and you know, I'm a fan.
Appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Obviously, watching you growing up. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, Ben. Oh man, Ben. I guess you tried to smooth it over. And when you read the text, he also said that he knows he's gonna get blasted for that. Pause. But yeah, because that was definitely some suckish. But I give you applause, Ben, because you realized you was doing some suckish. You realized it. You cleaned it up. You apologized, and now y'all are cool, kumbaya. Y'all have a good relationship. So, hey, we all do suckish at times, but we gotta acknowledge our suckish. But hey, I'm proud of you, Ben. You realized that you did some suckish and you made it up. So, guess what, Ben? You might be in the running, but you still did some suckish. We gotta acknowledge it, but we'll see how that fares out. Because keeping it in the city of Pittsburgh, my guy Pat Narduzzi, the Pittsburgh Panthers football coach, he did and said some suckish earlier this week too. I don't know what it is in Pittsburgh, but I don't know if it's the water over there right now or not. But basically, Mr. Narduzzi, he got on Coach Prime, and if y'all watch the Man Cave Sports Podcast, y'all know we are very huge supporters of Coach Prime. And basically, Pat went on to say that he didn't like the way that Coach Prime was utilizing the transfer pool when rebuilding, as he's rebuilding the Colorado Buffaloes, reflipping the roster and things like that. Now, Coach Prime told us, hey, he bringing his luggage, and his luggage is Louis. So I don't know what y'all thought about. I don't know if y'all thought he was on joke time. I don't know if y'all thought he was just saying that to be cute. I don't know what y'all thought, but he backing up what he said, because he has about, I want to say, between 40 to 50 transfers this year that's come from the transport pool to his team. Now, when you're 1-11 and you're outscored by 29 points, you gotta flip the roster. What else is there for you to do? I don't mean to sound rude, but obviously the guys that you had that was on that roster previously ain't getting it done. So, Pat, look, y'all don't take my word for it. Y'all can view it yourself. This is my problem with you. See, Pat, Coach Prime isn't the only team or the only coach that's rebuilding his team. See, there was 10 other teams that were rebuilding their rosters. And Coach Prime wasn't the only one that was heavily using the roster, right? You had the coach from Arizona State. You had the coach from Louisville. You had the coach from Purdue. You had other coaches trying to rebuild their rosters utilizing the transfer portal. Now, the only thing is, their teams weren't as bad as Coach Prime's team that he inherited. None of these other teams won only one game. It was outscored by 29 points. Some of these other coaches that took over teams, they wanted to utilize the transfer portal, but they couldn't because they got there too late. They couldn't use it the way that they wanted to use it. So, Coach Narduzzi, my boy, focus on Pitt, focus on the ACC. Stop worrying about Coach Prime, because Coach Prime ain't the only one out here using the transfer portal. And again, when you're 1-11 and you're being outscored by 29 points, that's double than the second closest team. The second closest team point differential was like 14. This is 29. The whole roster got to be flipped. Ain't nobody worth saving. I'm sorry. Sounds rude. It's not the first time it happened, but hey, it's got to happen, man. So, Coach, like I said, focus on Pitt. And worry about Coach Prime when y'all see him on the schedule. Because what it really sounds like to me, not only is this some suckers, it sounds like you scared. You scared, my boy. I know you scared. You ain't got to tell me I know, bro. I know. You scared. I know. But hey, It's cool. We acknowledge your suckers. Trust me. Now, moving along to nominee number 3. This particular person or people, we can't even name who they are. But it's Bubba Wallace, whoever hacked Bubba Wallace's communication system during the NASCAR All-Star race in, I want to say, North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. If y'all don't know, again, his communication system was hacked as he was racing. Somebody came over his radio and was yelling racial slurs and making racial, slurs toward Bubba Wallace as he was driving. Fortunately or unfortunately, Bubba Wallace didn't hear it. He only found out about this afterwards. So, not only this is a problem for Bubba Wallace, but this is a problem for NASCAR, and NASCAR knows it. This is huge. Now, with this opportunity that y'all had to hack Bubba Wallace's communication system, y'all could have did so much more. Y'all could have spoke to him, talked trash to him, like racial slurs. Like, come on, y'all. We in 2023. And let me explain this to y'all. There's more African American drivers in NASCAR than just one. There's black owners. Okay. So we here. We in NASCAR. We in swimming. We in badminton. We in fencing. We in golfing. We everywhere y'all at. Wherever y'all go, we following. Y'all go to the space. Y'all go to the moon. We going to the moon. Y'all can't duck us. We here. We in the building. Get used to it. We perform. Our hip hop artists performing at the speedways and all kind of stuff. We here. I know y'all mad at him for getting, for the Confederate flag being removed and all that other stuff, and blame him for a lot of other stuff, whatever. But hey, he here, he in the building. The racial slurs is whack. But don't take my word for it. Y'all can see and read what happened for yourselves right here. Check this article out right here. What happened with Bubba down in North Carolina on the speedway.
Reports that Wallace, who finished second to Kyle Larson in the race, was targeted. An unidentified person intercepted Wallace's radio after that race, saying the driver was, quote, not wanted in NASCAR. NASCAR security is now investigating the issue. Wallace posted on social media saying, quote, there is only one driver from an African-American background at the top level of our sport. I am the one. You're not going to stop hearing about the black driver for years. Embrace it, accept it, and enjoy the journey.
Bubba said he is him. He ain't going nowhere. Nooses, racial slurs, whatever y'all want to do, he's here. He's him. And he really said on his social media that this was some sucker sh. That's what he really said, but he ain't really want to tell y'all that. But hey, I told y'all that because it is some sucker shit. Y'all could have used y'all hacking abilities to do so much more. Y'all could have hacked student loans and raised, minimum wage. Y'all could have hacked and did so much more useful stuff. But y'all did it on this, which is some sucker shit. Step your game up and hack something more useful. But y'all ain't hear that from me. Now, to our final nominee. It's a collective whole. You know what I'm saying? It's the NFL. The NFL, yes. The NFL earlier this week, they had the owners meeting and they decided on a rule change. Another rule change, yes. The rule changes to the kickoff. Now, if you waive fair catch or, you don't return the ball out the end zone, however, the ball goes out to the 25-yard line. Now I get it. I understand player safety. I understand that a lot of the concussions that take place in the NFL do happen on special teams as well as kickoff. At kickoff, I think has the highest percentage of concussions from what I read. Where players suffer concussions. So I understand trying to take steps and measures to prevent, concussions and make the game more safer. However, this is the third time they have tweaked this rule, and basically what it implies is that you just want to get rid of the NFL kickoff. That's what it's leaning towards. That's what a lot of people like myself, we speculate, because, it's basically non-existent at this point. You're eliminating positions, and when it comes to player safety, it's hard for me to it's hard for me to grasp that y'all want player safety when I see team doctors putting players back in the game or playing players in a short span, week span, like I seen with Tua last year. It's hard for me to take y'all serious when y'all talk about player safety when y'all have Thursday night football games. It's hard for me to take y'all serious when y'all talk about player safety when y'all won't even invest in grass fields. Like, these players are telling y'all that, hey, we don't want to play on turf. We prefer grass. The numbers all show that more injuries, substantial injuries at that, happen while on turf, and they prefer grass. But yet y'all still don't want to invest in grass. Y'all still want to BS and all this other stuff. So it's hard for me to believe that y'all really want player safety. But if you haven't checked out the article, or if you haven't checked out the rule change, we got you covered. Go ahead, take a look at this little memo from the NFL as far as NFL player safety and the kickoff rule change. Again, I'm not mad at the player safety stuff. I'm for it, but I mean, let's be for real. The NFL is a combat sport, and you can't really. I don't want to say combat. What is the word? It's the physical. It's physical. Like, it's super physical. It's not many ways that you're going to make it much safer. Like, it's hard to make these changes and still keep the product. I heard Andy Reid speak on it. Andy Reid said, you might as well go flag at this point. And when is enough is enough. So, I felt like they should have took something from the XFL. Like, why not try what the XFL is doing? If you want to try something new, the XFL has a pretty interesting concept when it comes to kickoff. It looks pretty safe. I'm not sure what the numbers are on it as far as concussions yet, but it seems a little bit more safer than, maybe what the NFL is doing. So y'all check out, if y'all haven't seen the XFL kickoff and how that works, I got you covered. Go ahead, take a look at this clip. So that's all I'm saying. NFL, this is the third time y'all have tweaked this rule. We don't want to see the NFL kickoff being taken away as fans. Some of our greatest players and plays have come from kickoff returns and things of that nature. Devin Hester, Dante Hall, Brian Mitchell, so forth and so on. So those are the 4 suckers of the week nominees. So now we got to pick a winner. So drum roll, please. And the sucker of the week winner is Pat Narduzzi, my guy from Pittsburgh. Hey, my guy, I already said what I said, man. Not only did you do this once before, you did this back when you had Jordan Addison at USC. You were mad that he hopped into the transfer portal. Jeez, I've been messing that up. You were mad that he hopped in the transfer portal and went to USC, and you called up Coach Lincoln Riley, and you went off on Coach Lincoln Riley and accused him of tampering and things like this. So this is not your first go round. This is something that's in your blood. This is some Sucka Sh that you do on a regular basis, man. So my friend, my boy, I hope you accept this award on behalf of me, Jae Jones, and the Man Cave Sports Podcast, man. So stop with the Sucka Sh. Pay attention to your own players, and yeah, man. Just spread more love and and let's stop the Sucka Sh, man. And if you do some Sucka Sh, acknowledge it like Big Ben did. He knew he did some Sucka Sh, but you didn't win. But lesson learned, Big Ben. But Pat, congratulations. You take that back to Pittsburgh. You hang it up there with the trophies that you may have or may not have, and you keep that right there, and you shine that up nice and bright. And just remember, stop with the Sucka Sh, man. I've been your cool, calm, collective host, Jae Jones. Again, y'all can find me at Jae Jones on all 4 social media platforms. Please, if y'all have any nominations for next week, hit me on social media, hit me on text, just holler at me, let me know, and we'll see where it goes. Until then, y'all be sure to check out the Man Cave Sports Podcast on Saturday. Y'all make sure to check out our sisters Facts on Fridays, and In the Four Corners of Wrestling Falls Up, Quads Down on Sunday. Until then, I'm out. Shut the door on their ass.